And thinking and creating and communicating and collaborating is using something like which one doesn't belong. Now, this can certainly just be an in-class activity, but if you want students to be able to like explain their thinking and record something, I would use a tool called Snorkel with this. So the way that which one doesn't belong works, and I'm at talkingmathwithkids.com, is that there are four different numbers, or you can do shapes, graph, expressions, whatever you want. Four different items right here, and each one has a reason why it wouldn't belong. Okay, so like if we looked at, for example, right here, we could see that maybe we do see all these are squares, 9, 25, and 16. So 43 doesn't belong. Maybe we see 9 doesn't belong because the sum of its numbers don't add up to 7. Um, Different things like that. So what I could do is I can copy this image. I can go into Snorkel and I can create an activity. Which one doesn't belong? And I could choose what type of things right here I want them to do. For this might be something like a whiteboard recording. I could give them whiteboard only or audio only. We could do screencasts or just writing. But for this one, I'm going to do a whiteboard recording. I'm going to paste. Oops. Okay, there we go. I'm going to paste that right there. I'm going to add some text. Choose one of the items from the list and explain why it doesn't belong. Your explanation should clearly state why the other three would belong in a group. Okay, so we have something like that. We're going to press done editing. Okay, I don't really need to add any instructions right here, but we're going to generate the feedback through AI. All right, so there's the prompt. It's got a diagram here and some criteria right here, and we will confirm. Okay, now there's the prompt or the question. Okay, so I can modify that as needed. I can modify this as well. So I get more options. I can see, are they going to show correct or incorrect? Okay, we're good here. We're going to actually try this as a student. So we'll start our response here. Okay, and I'm going to start with this one. I think 43 doesn't belong because I see that 9 is a perfect square, 16 is a perfect square, and 25 is a perfect square. So we will submit that. And it's going to generate some feedback right here. And so I'm going to get some feedback on my response on whether I was quote unquote correct, even though there's a variety of correct answers on here, but also the feedback that I get. All right, let's see what it tells me. I got 3 out of 4 on my explanation, which is good. Okay, can you also tell me why 43 is not a perfect square? Ooh, yeah, that would be a good time. All right, let's respond again with a different one. Okay. I think that 9 doesn't belong because it is the only single digit number. Let's see what feedback I get here. Okay, looks like it wanted me to do some more, so I'm going to try again. All right, so now I did this and I explained why the other ones were a group. And so that's why I was able to get it correct. So this is a great way for students to look at some things and get some of that immediate feedback. I would see this as a more collaborative activity. So this is just one way you could think about it. So maybe you give this to students and they do this and get some feedback, and then they work in groups and try and come up with as many ways on which numbers don't belong. And then perhaps you do a whole group discussion where each group kind of shares one of theirs, and you have that class discussion about why or why not that may be correct. So, giving students a low stakes form like this can increase their confidence because they're getting that immediate feedback, and they're knowing if their thinking is on the right track. Then when they go and work with their peers, they're more confident in their abilities because they've already been assessed and know if they're on the right track. So it can lead to them wanting to be engaged and enjoying the learning.